Hello, hello, everybody. How are you tonight? Well, Miss Deborah says she's swinging by to say hello and have a great night. I hope that you rest well, Miss Deborah. And Miss Terry says, "Hi, Deborah, Bridget, and Mel, and hope you are well and early to bed." Well, I guess Miss Terry is off to bed as well. So hopefully, some people will come in and say hi. If not, I guess I won't stay very long, but we'll see what happens. Mel isn't here tonight. She has some stuff going on, which I'm not going to discuss. It's not mine to discuss, but I'm sure Mel will fill you in when she does get back. Until then, send her some love and positive vibes, prayers, however you do. The universe or God or however you see it knows what she needs and knows what's going on. So if you just send some love her way, they will know why. Or, you know. Hello, Miss Tammy. How are you tonight, sweetheart? I am working on a shawl with my hand dyed yarn, and I finished up the not only the yellow and green yarn, but last night I started spinning the purple and blue yarn, and I also finished it last night as far as the single went. And then this afternoon, when I got up, um, because my last night didn't stop until about 5 o'clock this morning. So when I got up this afternoon, I got it plied up and got it hanked. So I'll be able to show you all three of those. I already sent a picture to Miss Karen so she can see her beautiful yarn. That will be heading off into the mail for her very soon, but I got to wash it and whack it and all that kind of fun stuff before I can send it off. Hello, Jude. Thank you for coming by, honey. Enjoy your time with the hubby and tell him I said hi. Oh, awesome. I bet it's beautiful, Miss Tammy. Hello, Kendra and Barb. Welcome in. What are you guys working on tonight? Did you have a good weekend? It's been kind of busy over here. We put up a new light in it's a little cupboard area, I guess. It's off of my kitchen going into the back to the back porch where there's a little closet where I keep my garbage can and there's some shelves in there. And then there's a built-in cabinetry where I put my pots and pans and have a small pantry cupboard there. It's not really small, it's actually quite large. It's got doors that fold out from the inside, so it's 2 layers deep. But the light that was in that area was the style that was in the house when we got here, and we're converting most all of the lights in the house to the pancake ceiling lights. They are LED and extremely energy efficient, so and they're very very bright. I love that. I can see everything that way. So we changed that light out today, and then in our master closet, we changed the two fluorescent lights out and put the pancake lights in. Hello, Dragon Cat. Welcome in. And hello, Miss Angela. All working on a Christmas stocking. I bet that will be absolutely beautiful when you're done. You are always busy, busy bee working away. I always have a really hard time when it's a massive project getting myself motivated to finish it, especially if it's one of those things that like I have to get done. There's a deadline. Seems like the more pressure there is, the harder it is for me to actually get motivated to work on something. Hello, Jane Doe. Welcome in, sweetheart. Hello, Miss Sally. Pull this up. I'll show you. This is the shawl I'm working on. This is one of my hand dyed yarns. I was going to put it in the You Shall Not Pass shawl, but I wanted to work it up, and I'm still not in a place where I can work on that one. So I decided I would work this one up into something crocheted, and I'm going to knit something out of one of the other balls. That way I have a nice example of what my hand dyed yarn looks like crocheted and knitted, because a lot of people say that hand dyed yarn is more for knitters than for crocheters. I don't personally believe that. I do believe that some people dye more in the direction for a knitter, but you definitely can crochet with hand dyed yarn, especially if the person that's dyeing the yarn understands how to make yarn for a crocheter. I think you got that perfect. Lilacs. This is about as close as I can get to lilacs. Ooh, them things make me so sick. They're beautiful. I love them, but oh, make me so sick. Hello, Miss Elaine. Welcome in. This is the first yarn we did together, the red and the orange. And here's what we were working on last week, the green and the yellow. And then this is what I got finished today, the blue and the purple. So now she has her rainbow. I love it. I will be putting those in a hot water bath tonight, and then, you know, hopefully getting them as soon as the water has cooled. I'll be thwacking them. So, to have an excuse to beat something up tonight. I get to beat up the yarn before I hang it to dry. Hello, Nessa. Welcome in, honey. Oh, goodness. So, you guys got any plans for this week coming up, or I got any special things you're doing for Halloween or Halloween, Thanksgiving? Any special makes you've got going on for the Thanksgiving holiday? All right, Suzanne. I hope that you are able to get your stuff done. Oh, I feel so strange being up here by myself. It's so much easier when Mel is here. But I'm sending all kinds of love and positivity toward Mel. Um, and I hope that she gets to feeling better real soon and everything gets back to normal for her. I will be finishing now. I can get back to the spin I was working on before I started these here, and then I have to blend up some yarn for Mel. I'm doing two special hanks for her with her puppy Ruby's fur mixed in with the wool. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I've not done domestic, like dog, like that kind of animal fur before. So it will be interesting to see how that works. And um, I've never actually dizzed off of my blending board, which is to create the roving, this type of fiber like this, rather than a blanket of fiber that the blending board makes. So that's going to be a learning experience that I'm looking forward to, but I'm also just a wee bit apprehensive, because I don't want to mess it up. You're gonna amend it to allow pink. That's so sweet of you to allow pink. Boy, I've been getting everywhere I go lately. Everybody's hating on pink so bad, man. It's like it hurts my heart. Like I feel like I'm being attacked. Yeah, yeah. Those Great Pyrenees, that's a big dog. Me too. I love pink. It's such a happy color. We went to the grocery store, um, to the grocery store, to Walmart the other day. I was picking up some stuff. I want to make a centerpiece for the Thanksgiving holiday. And the king really liked the baskets that I made for my sister. So we picked out a fabric. I'm going to make up some of those baskets in this fabric, which I thought was really cute. It's got some reindeer. It kind of all looks like cross stitch, you know? So that'd be fun to see how that works out. Probably put some of the really nice, I love the cinnamon pine cones and the cinnamon brooms and stuff. So every year I get a bunch of the cinnamon pine cones, or I make some and put them in different baskets around the house because I love the way that smells. Oh wow, that's a big boy. I think the biggest we ever had, we had Great Danes for a while, quite a few of them, and the one he was huge. With the first Great Dane we got her out of a. We went and picked her up on Friday the 13th out of a graveyard. She kept running away from home and kept getting into all the neighbors' calf feed, the milk replacer, and the owners were told if she got out again that they would have to surrender her or she would be put down. Well, they didn't want her to be put down, so they called my mother up and said, hey, can you take in this dog? And we said okay, and they said last time we seen her she was up by the graveyard. So we went up to the graveyard and he was calling for the dog. Out of the woods comes tromping this great big giant. It was so dark I couldn't see. I'm like, Mom, is that the dog or is that a deer? Because that dog was huge. But she came home with us that night and she lived with us until she crossed over the Rainbow Bridge. Wonderful, wonderful dog. Very, very intelligent. She had been bred trained, so the we could leave a steak on the table and she wouldn't touch it. But if you left a loaf of bread anywhere, it was gone. That was her favorite treat in the whole wide world. Oh, that's awesome, Nessa. I am so looking forward to seeing like the slideshow or whatever that you put together to see everybody's uh, makes. I love it. I love seeing all the stuff that everybody else is making. I get so much inspiration from my fellow crafters. I will make sure. I think I watched that video, but I will go back and make sure that I did. And I got a bunch of hats and stuff like that sitting around here. Um, I might be able to dig them up and send them your way. if they meet what you're looking for. Because yeah, that some people up there really need a lot of different stuff, and hopefully we can do something to help them out. Well, Nessa, that is the one thing I actually do know how to do. So, if you want to, you can get a hold of me and I can show you how I do it. Um, yeah, the program I use is it has a free version, and for the longest time I used the free version. Now I have a paid version, but it's maybe $20 a year. It's nothing major. Oh no, no, that's fine, guys. I am a major lurker. A lot of times I go into a chat, I say hello, I say, hey, and this is what I'm doing today, and my love to all, and that's what I say. I don't usually like individually say hello to each and people, all the people that say hello to me because I'm busy. And if I expect people to understand that about me, then I have to understand that about you guys too. You have a life outside of, you know, this screen. So please, go about your day and do what you got to do. I mean, if you got time to sit and chat with me, I absolutely love it. But if you have to, be doing life and all you can do is listen, I more than appreciate that. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm slouching. I get nervous being on this camera by myself, especially live. But and hello, Melanie. Welcome in. Okay, yeah, go ahead and get a hold of me, Nessa. I'll do my best to help you out. 'Cause technology is like not my friend, but the few things I do know how to do, I think I could explain them to somebody else. So I've decided on this month's Cauldron Prize. It is going to be a yarn advent that I made earlier this summer with big box store yarn. Most of it is like Red Heart Super Saver. It's been all boxed up. Um, so I couldn't even tell you what's in the box anymore. I have no idea, but it's all ready to go. So make sure that you're commenting and watching all the videos. My last three videos have like not done anything. Um, but I know this last week there's been a lot going on. So, I think they just got missed, which is all. But and Miss Liz, if you want to come up and chit chat with me, honey, you're more than welcome. I sent you the link. Usually, Kendra, usually the time change messes me up real bad, but this time it I didn't notice it at all. Like I worked through the night on Saturday and I completely forgot about that we are having a time change. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I hope you get feeling better. Yeah, usually the time change will get me all messed up. This year, I don't know, for whatever reason, it happened, and I was like, oh, shoot, I didn't realize. But maybe it's because the king went around and changed all the clocks and all that, so I didn't have to do any of it. Yeah, yeah, the kitties, outside kitties, will definitely keep me informed that it is time to let them eat again because mm, them boys, they get up in the window sill and start calling to me, telling me it's time to feed them. It's ridiculous. I think we're gonna. What the heck? Can you hear me now? Oh, oh goodness, hold up. Sorry. Is that better? Sorry about that. Goodness sakes. Yeah, the laptop camera is not very good, so I try to do the other camera, but yeah, I had to kick my phone completely out instead of I was trying to use the voice from the phone and use the camera from the laptop and it didn't work. That echo, ooh. My ears are really sensitive today because about 4:30 and now it's getting dark. 5:30ish around here now. About 4:30, the king comes and says, "Hey, you want to go off for a bike ride?" Okay. So we threw on our leather jackets and jumped on the motorcycle. Well, I wasn't thinking and didn't bring like a headband or anything. And that cold air was blowing in my ear. That's the only thing that got cold was my ears. Oh, now my ear hurts. All that cold air flying in there. So I will definitely be knitting up a new headband because I don't have any more. I gave them all away. And I picked up the hook and yarn the other night, and this is the pattern that came out. So far, I like it. It's a little twisty in the bottom, but I think a good blocking will fix that right up. I'm actually gonna, that's what I'm gonna knit up for my knitting example for my my hand-dyed yarn, but thank you very much, Nessa. That is very sweet of you to offer. I can knit a hat fairly quickly, so that's a good thing to put up and show what the yarn looks like knitted. Hello, Miss Wanda. How are you? Are you at work tonight? And then I need to make something with this beautiful yarn that I dyed up from Miss Aussie Sandy. I think that's about a one weight. So I was thinking about knitting a really pretty shawl with this because I have like 8 of them. So one of the girls is whining. Woohoo! Gotta love off time. The King's got lots of off time coming up here pretty soon. They usually shut down for Thanksgiving at his job. Well, this year they're shutting down for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. And with his rotating shift, oh my goodness.
Hey
Hello,
everyone.
beautiful.
You know, I hate Alex. He was just in here and he opened the door to go out and leaves like a crack like this. That boy, I swear. Oh, how
This
are
is
you?
rescue. She's like, that girl's struggling up there.
No, I just woke. I didn't even know I fell asleep. It was 3 o'clock when I got home from the IV infusion thing, and I don't remember after that. After I lay down for just a little, I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna lay here, and I'll get right up." Yeah, 7 something. You're getting up. Yeah, that was not
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, but when you're having problems with anemia again, I'm guessing.
Yes, it's a
Your
lot of
body
fun.
really needs to sleep though too, so
It's a lot of fun. Hey everyone. Yeah, it was better than Fridays because I'm going every other day to get treatment, and Fridays was not my friend, and then today was way better.
mm.
But I didn't get an apple juice walking out today, so they give me apple juice because the flavor of the iron in your mouth feels like I've been
Mhm.
sucking on a penny all day.
See, I get that when they just give me a saline solution. Every time they inject the saline into me, I can taste it. Everything they put into an IV, I can taste it.
The saline solution tastes like alcohol, like rubbing alcohol to me.
That's
I'm just like, oh god. So I only have 2 more left, and I should be good, hopefully.
hopefully, yeah. You need more red meat in your diet, woman.
And that's what. Okay, so that would be that and stuff. But I can't eat so much meat because of the IBS. 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 Look, I'm over here. It hurts my belly to be eating a lot of meat.
Yeah,
So, you know, I just got to be difficult every way, you guys.
I hear you. I hear you.
I can't make life easy on myself.
Yeah, my body's a jerk like that too. I get it. Hey, Soila, welcome in, sweetheart.
Hey. Look, this is how much I thought I was gonna wake up after, or not wake up, but not fall asleep. I had my sock right next to me. I was like, I'm gonna get myself a little time to rest, and I'll do my sock. Oh shoot, sorry.
Oh, no need to apologize, sweetheart. You are a busy lady, and if your body needs to rest, rest. My goodness.
Yeah, because the kids, because it's a 30-40 minute drive where I have to go because I'm supposed to go into Wisconsin, and the trip was like hell today. So much traffic. I'm like, I thought it's a holiday. Shouldn't people be home? But of course not.
Right.
So I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna lay here. And normally I don't lay. I normally just stay in the living room. But the hubby and the kids were gone, so I was just like, I'm gonna lay down for a minute. That minute became a couple hours.
Hello, Melanie. Welcome in, sweetheart.
What you working on, girl?
Oh, this shawl with some of my hand-dyed yarn.
Oh,
It's party.
can we see, or is
Yeah,
it not?
I just got to get to a point where I'll know where I am when I stop.
I understand that one.
Not that it's a complicated pattern, but
Oh, that's cute.
it's
And this is your pattern?
yeah.
I like being nosy. You guys know that.
Yeah, I've done something very similar before. So I'm just basically it's 3 double crochets to start and then chain one, double crochet, chain one all the way to the bottom. 3 double crochets, chain two, 3 double crochets, and then chain one, double crochet all the way up to the next corner or next top, and then 3 doubles.
Okay.
So all your fillets will line up and just stay on top of one another, and
That's pretty cool.
yeah. And with the fillet, I get a little bit more width and length with just 100-gram ball.
Okay.
Look, I finished the rainbow.
Oh, hold on. Look, I'm not trying to be nosy, but I can't see. Oh, that's cute.
Darn light.
What? No, well, you know me with bifocals. I'm like that person. Like, let me see. Hold on. Don't look up my nose, though. I'll see it a minute when it goes back on the TV for me. Oh, so pretty.
If that was me, Melanie, I'd be doing that opposite. I'd be crocheting a throw and knitting a hat. Knit and blanket, which is a scary thought.
No.
Well, thank you. And this is Miss Karen's yarn. She won the one, and then she wanted the other two to go with it. She's got a project in mind where she wanted this to be like a stained glass type effect. She's going to add black with it. And all three of these are self-striping yarns. So it'll be like it'll be orange and then red, orange and red, orange and red back and forth, and then green and yellow back and forth, and purple and blue back and forth.
Oh,
I know the laptop camera is not doing it any justice, but
it looks good.
Really pretty.
That is very pretty. And that's all what size of yarn?
Around a 3-weight.
A 3-weight. Okay.
Yeah, and I did all the fiber into a single, and then I Navajo plied it or chain plied it so that the colors stay together.
Okay.
And that's how you get self-striping yarn.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
That is. I haven't been crocheting nothing.
I finished my cloak.
I know. Oh my God. I saw the picture you put on Facebook. Oh my God, that is stunning. I love your dress. I was like, look at this girl not working with society, you know? That is gorgeous.
Well, that I had to order. I ordered one petticoat, and then it was okay, but it just wasn't. It wasn't enough for the the skirt,
Oh,
to
okay.
do the poofy. And so I went and I bought like 20 yards of tulle. And I've never really worked with tulle before. Obviously, I'm not good at it because I tried and it's still just the skirt was falling flat. So I ordered a hooped petticoat. So there's
Okay.
actually hoops in the skirt. And it was on its way here. It made it to Georgia and the hurricane hit.
Oh, okay.
And so it got lost in transit somewhere. And I ended up having to request
Replacement.
a replacement. And it took them like a month and a half to ship it back out.
Okay.
But I got it the other day and I was like, oh my God. I was so in love. This,
That's gorgeous. I'm telling you.
I so badly want to like try it all on because even I haven't tried it all on together yet. But I just, I'm scared it's not going to fit right and it's going to make me sad. So I haven't done it yet.
Think good thoughts. It's gonna look gorgeous.
Yeah, and
So,
I don't want the king to be here when I try it
oh
on,
yeah.
because I don't want him to see me in the dress yet. So
I understand that one.
he got to wait.
Right? That he has to wait for the day. Yeah, it's gorgeous though. Like you did really, really good job. I should ask
Yes.
the kids to bring me my water. I'm thirsty.
When I first started crocheting, I was like, you know what? I'm totally going to crochet my own wedding dress. And then I got looking at patterns and uh, whatnot, and I was like, oh, never mind. That's outside of my capability, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then we really couldn't afford to buy the dress that I wanted, even though it was only a couple $100.
Mm-hmm.
With him going through all the surgeries and everything. So I'm like, okay. And I figured out a way to get, have yarn that I already had pay for me getting more yarn to be able to make the dress pretty much for free.
Mm-hmm.
So then I just had to try, you know.
I
I mean,
love
like
it.
I always say, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? You got to frog it and try again.
Yes, ma'am. Unless it's those ones that you pull a little bit and not so. I would have burned that thing.
Right?
I would have.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with it now.
It's beautiful. I swear my family talks so loud. Like they're on the other side of this wall, and I can hear exactly every word they're saying. I mean, my husband has to speak louder because my father-in-law can't hear that much, but damn, I didn't know they were talking that loud. That is
Boys being boys.
crazy.
I suppose they're sucking up their last bit of time
Oh, girl.
until he goes back home.
It got moved to next year. So
Ah, okay.
we can have funding to go to. So, yeah. I mean, I don't mind. I love going to Mexico. I love shopping around and doing all
Well,
that good stuff.
and next time you go down, you got to bring me back a bottle of tequila.
how you doing? Right? That's like the only benefit of going by car is you can fill that car to the rim and come back.
Right?
This last time that we went, oh my God, I brought so much stuff back. It was ridiculous. And I don't think I've seen my stuff yet because it's in the garage. It's not something that can break. So I'm just like, oh, I can't wait to play. But I don't go outside that often, so it goes to play.
Right.
I'm happy you guys can't hear him. Do they talk? They're talking like
They
earlier.
have
I didn't
really
hear
nice
them.
yarn in Mexico too, though.
They do. Do you know what the only thing is? We were going when they had like a almost like a Sunday, like the flea market. I really wanted to go when it was just the businesses so I can go just into the business and not see them in the flea market because they have a lot more to offer in the business than they do when you walk up to them. And yeah,
Right.
so hopefully we can. I'm just excited to go just for that, just to bring a bunch of stuff back with me.
Right.
Look at my sock, ain't that pretty?
Oh, that is pretty.
These are, dang, I removed the damn. This is the one that's done already. This little Bridget sock. How you doing? It's the, oh my God, Yarn Bee Cozy Toes. I didn't know that they stopped making it. It's a discontinued yarn. It broke my heart. If I would have known, I would have bought a whole bunch of them.
Welcome in, Brandon.
But yeah, these are for Eileen.
We thank him for his service, Melanie. My father was Army. We were based in Germany for a while.
What did I do? Oh, here.
Yeah, Liz has been cranking. Liz is actually the reason that I put the sock tutorial up because she's like, girl, I don't want to have to ask you 100,000 times every time I need to do this part or that part, how to do it. So just make me a video so I can just watch the video when I need to. I'm like, all right.
Yes.
So,
I'm like, girl, I still go back to close a toe. Like I know the whole closing the toe until you get to that last 16 stitches, 8 and 8 on both sides or whatever the amount it is. When you start closing it with the needle is where I'm like, okay, where do we start first?
I love the Kitchener. But I've always been really into patterns. And so that pattern just sunk into my brain. And
well, girl, I love it. It is like, I'm telling you, I mean, when I did the heel tutorial, those were my husband's socks. Then I made some for the secretary lady. Then I made a pair for Chris. Then these two are for Eileen. I'm working on the other side, and I'm just like, they just look, it's like a little spider. You're like,
right.
And then by the time you notice,
hi Mel,
you have a pair of socks. Oh my goodness gracious.
No, Mel, I didn't tell anybody what's going on or anything like that, honey. I just told them that life has got you right now. So I'm leaving that up to you whenever you decide.
Give me 1 minute. I'm going to yell to these little kids if they can bring me water.
Okay. Love you, sweetheart. But yeah, I don't know what's been happening to any of you, but I have lost subscribers like crazy this week. like 2 and 3 at a time for the last 3 or 4 days. I'm all the way down to 1667 now. So not sure what's going on there. But hopefully it's just a YouTube doing their BS, because I haven't had any drama or anything going on. So I try to stay away from that.
No, that's crazy. Like they make you work even harder because you're trying to keep that little line up there.
And I keep getting these emails from like a bunch of people saying, hey, your channel's great, but your search engine SEOs are not set right, search engine optimization or whatever. So like I keep getting these messages and I'm like, I don't know what that means. So I went into my YouTube via the computer, because you can do more stuff with the computer than you can the phone or whatever. So I was like, I'm going all through there and I'm like, I got everything typed in. Like, this is the stuff I could be talking about, the little hashtaggy things and all this and that. I don't know what the heck. So hopefully, I don't know. But like, I don't trust these people because they don't say nothing about my channel. They don't say, hey, when you made that sweater or whatever, this or that or the third, they just say, hey, you got a nice channel, but your SEOs are not.
I've gotten those too, and I'm just like, I think it's just people trying to see if you can,
I think they're
get them
trying to
so
be
you can pay
scamming.
them.
Like, they're either, I don't know. To me, it seems like they're scamming. But on the other hand of things, I'm like, okay, if I look over here, this person's been on YouTube for about 30 seconds and they're already up to 2K or better. And I've been here 5 years and I haven't hit 2K yet. So maybe my SEOs are set wrong. I don't know how to unset them wrong, but I can't afford to pay some company, and I damn sure ain't like giving passwords or anything for some company to set my stuff for me, because yeah, I don't trust people, and I've heard about people having their stuff stolen from them and whatnot. So like, I don't know. If anybody talks computer and can make any of this make sense to me, please do.
I just think they're just because I'm the couple that I've gotten, they say the same thing, like it's just copy and paste, but a
Right?
different person. It's like, nah, I'm good. I don't know. You would think you can look it up on YouTube and someone on YouTube can tell you how to fix it without charging you anything.
Right. Hi, Mandy. Welcome in.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I put everything in that I talk about. I did like the yarn, hand dyed yarn, hand spun yarn, crochet, knitting, weaving, spinning, like, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask Steve if he can explain it to me.
Yeah.
I tell Steve, talk to me like I'm a moron, so I understand. Because I'm not stupid. I know I'm not. But when it comes to computers, my eyes just go.
And see, like me, it's one of those like if I use it, it's there. But when I don't, you stop using it for a while, you're just like, okay, how do you go live again? It is not your friend when you stop doing it for a little bit. So
Well, I don't know how to make fancy titles for my videos. I put them on. Hey, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not. I guess maybe you're supposed to be in doing the clickbait stuff. Like drama. To tell you, when I made the title that I was about to scream, boy, I tell you, people click, 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 click on that video for a hot little minute. A lot faster than what I normally get that amount of views. But if I have to like inject drama to get views,
Yeah.
maybe I'm
Good
gonna
luck
do
with that one.
it. I don't know.
Well, remember the the bear outfit I bought?
Mm-hmm.
I put in the title sexy, whatever. That had like 500 and something views from people that didn't even know me. I'm like, I guess that's what, people must have thought sexy, but it was not something sexy.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. At least I don't want to stress out on move this and move that and pay for this and pay for that. Well, I don't think so. I just need to finish this week and we'll be better to hopefully the next following week. It's hard.
Oh, yeah, I suppose if I jumped on all the trends, maybe I'd be more popular. But like, I don't want to jump on a trend. Like, I don't know. Like,
But you
maybe
know how hard.
I worry about that stuff too much because, like, for me, I'm not gonna like make this thing right here just because everyone else is making this thing right here, and maybe that's what I need to do to grow, but that's not who I am as a person, so that don't work for me. Like, I'm not gonna act like person over here is like the greatest thing since sliced bread if I don't think person over here is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
You know? Well, I guess that makes me feel better about not growing then. At least it's because I'm authentic.
Right. It's hard to keep up a lie. Like that's not me. I don't do that stuff. I don't like doing that stuff.
Right.
So
No, that's fine, Liz. You're more than welcome at all times, honey. You know that.
hell no.
I've tried the hashtag things and it didn't seem to make any difference. I've tried to put them in my titles. I've tried putting them in. I've got them in my description box all the time.
I
I
do
guess
mine in
maybe
my
the
titles
hashtags that I'm
only.
doing aren't the popular ones.
Yeah, no, I only do the hashtags in the titles. And sometimes it's just like whatever you do, add all that kind of fancy stuff. But it's a lot. And I do everything by phone, so it's like, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know. The hashtag thing to me doesn't seem to be where it's at.
I haven't looked at my numbers on my hey
My numbers.
on any of my videos lately. It's just eh.
Oh, sound. Echo.
Well, you're looking pretty good, honey. How you feeling?
Well, I got a nap, so
Woohoo,
yeah.
we nap together, girl.
Yeah. I'm taking a lot of them, so
I understand.
yeah. But don't let me interrupt you. You guys keep going until you're done, and then
No, you can go
I
ahead.
don't know what we were talking about. That's why the iron infusions work, because they're supposed to help me concentrate and remember what I'm talking about.
and are they working?
No, this is my third one. I still have to go Wednesday and Friday again.
Mm.
Remember
Yeah.
so I showed Bridget, like, this lady, the needle fell out and they put that stuff in my muscle. I still have a big bruise by it. The lady that did mine not this one that bruised me up, but the one before, she's only there today and tomorrow. So I'm out to the woods on them putting it in on Wednesday.
Yeah, I went to the neurosurgeon for my consult for my spinal surgery today. And exactly, Melanie J. What is concentrating? And that thing we do for crochet. That thing. Yeah. But nothing else. But I went for my consult for my neurosurgery for my spinal surgery today, and he's like, well, first, for your lower back, you have to have a BMI of 35 for us to do surgery. And I'm like, what's that in an adult in the US? Who has that? Who's not like it? Yeah, no. And then he's like, but on your neck, we could do it. And then he's like, but we're gonna send you to pain management. And I'm like, wait, you just said, and I've already been to pain management. But yeah, so I'm gonna get injections instead, which I would like now because I'm in a lot of pain. And
They hurt.
yes, the injections hurt. Thank you, Liz.
You're welcome. No one told me, girl. I was like, oh yeah, I ain't feeling a thing. No.
No. Well, I don't mind needles. I mean, I'm the person who, like, they're taking blood, and I'm like, how many vials? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can see that, but when they're gonna put the needle in, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I can't work.
But, my closest pain management is 45 minutes away one way. So.
That is crazy. My primary does all my medication.
Well, the other one is my PCP, and they couldn't get them to answer the phone. And I'm like,
right,
fine, take me back to the other pain man. And then they were on lunch for another 45 minutes. I'm like, fine, I will call them when I get
crazy.
Home.
I told my daughter I can't afford going to pains management, IBS. I said no. I just can't afford it. So he just kept all of them. And he goes, I can't make you up anything because if I do, you have to go. So I'm just stuck with whatever he gives me. And I'm like, hey, as long as saving my money, we good.
Well, I'm on disability, so
you lucky.
They cover everything.
Not me. We have private insurance, and they do not.
Well, I'm happy they do because I'm shuffling around like an old lady right now. Like, as I have maybe a good hour or two in the morning, and then I start shuffling and hunching, and it's not good. I mean, they took extra x-rays while I was there, and this doctor was an hour and a half away from me one way.
Oh, hell no. My doctor is 6 minutes from my house.
No, I don't have anything 6 minutes from my house except Deer and Bear. The closest town is 15.
Wow. Yeah, because even where I go for the IV, that's a 30, maybe the most 45-minute drive.
45 minutes is Walmart.
Damn. Mine is like 15 minutes.
Maybe. Yeah. The good grocery store is half an hour. Walmart's 45 minutes. And if I want to get to Michael's and Joann's, it's an hour and 15 minutes. And it's across the border into New York. It's the same one Mama G goes to. So, like, I'm like, hey, you want to meet up at Hobby Lobby, Michael's and Joann's? You want to go? You want to go? You want to meet?
See, I've been spoiling myself every time I've gone to get an IV. I'll get me some fast food because I don't go often. So I was just like, ooh, I had Chick-fil-A today. Oh my God, that chicken was so delicious. It looked crunchy, but it was, oh my God. First time ever trying it.
Yeah, Melanie J, you don't want to move to my mountain. It's 15 minutes just for the ambulance to get to me. I mean, I can get to the ambulance in 15 minutes. Why is it taking them 15 minutes to get to me?
If they're going with lights and everything.
But, hi, Carrie J. But, no, what's actually been happening, if you know what happened last week, I was going to visit my dad in the hospital, and went on Tuesday, and I spent like 4 hours with him on Tuesday and 4 hours with him on Wednesday. And Tuesday he was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. We knew he had cancer in his lung, but they had done a biopsy and diagnosed it stage 4. And he also had congestive heart failure. And it rapidly got worse. And Thursday he passed away.
Sorry.
I was not with him. My sister was. And she said it was peaceful. She said he did go peacefully. This is not the dad I live with. If you all follow my channel, this is my biological dad. I think it was for the best. He was in pain, you could tell at the end. And deteriorating. And he actually talked to me at one point about what he wanted if he passed. So he knew it was coming. Sorry, it's taking a minute. I'm surprised I'm not breaking down more because that's what I thought I would do. But I've had a little while and a lot of breakdowns. He was a very good man. Very funny. He was really a big kid. He was a vet. He was Navy. He met my mom in the Navy in Puerto Rico. And my sister, we spent the weekend going through his apartment, and my sister actually found a love letter he wrote my mom after they met in the Navy, which none of us expected he would have ever done because they were both very much, not so emotional people. But it was quite sweet, and even though I wasn't with him, I got to give a message over the phone to my sister to give to him before he passed. That's okay, Zoila. Your mom is very important, and it is very important. But I got to give him a message, and she said he heard it. So that was what was important at the time for me. And that's what mattered since I couldn't be there. I was actually traveling back up here to drop off the truck. And then I was going to go back for the weekend because I had a feeling it might end over the weekend. And, I guess that feeling was right. You
You
get
know,
those feelings. You
Yeah.
you
get
know
those feelings.
the only good thing about that girl is because my mom died from cancer, and it's it feels nice because you get to know a lot about them in such a short period of time. And
Hmm.
you know, as anybody, they they go through so much to get to that point. You know what I mean? It's like if it would be something like rap, like really quickly, just out of nowhere, I think would be a lot harder sometimes than, saying what you want to say and them go nice and peacefully.
Well, it was the fourth time he was in the hospital in less than 4 months. So we kind of knew something was, not right. Something was wrong. And, but then he was in for 2 weeks. So I had to get down there. I had to see him. And then once I was down there, because he saw his siblings, he saw my sister, but he hadn't seen me yet. Once I got down there, it he and got to spend a couple days with him, he rapidly decreased. It
Hmm.
just see, I'm using crochet terms. Rapidly decreased. You know, but it just he was able to let go. I think that in my mind, I think that's
Hmm. It's true because
yeah.
I'm the only one that lives in farther than where they are. They're all in the
Mm-hmm.
same city. So
Mm-hmm.
when I got there, within a week, she was
Mm-hmm.
gone,
Yeah,
So,
and
and I'm
that's what
telling
we.
you, it's to see my mom from talking, walking, all that good stuff to her last breath was the hardest thing. So for some
And
reason you weren't meant to be there, girl, because it's
and that's
something.
what Melanie J, and that's what my older sister and my stepdad, who I live with, we were all like, even though I ended up not leaving the truck up here, which was the reason I was coming up here, even though I ended up taking the truck back down, you know, um, the trip up here and then back down again, it still um was meant to be, because if I had been in the room with him, it would have been a lot harder on me than it, because I am highly emotional, you know. Even though it was peaceful for him, it would have been a lot more emotional for me and hard
Yeah.
on me than it would have been just being on the phone and getting my message across and, you know, all of that. So, but yeah.
They're in a
And
better
now we're,
place.
yeah, and we're getting good memories going through his things, and he was very private in life, but we're finding things out, meeting the people he um he spent time with, you know, kind of like he had us, his kids, but then he had his other life, because he always went to the VFW, the Moose, the Legion. That was his other life, and it was a routine. And these people are like, "Oh, we love Dave. We love, he was a part of our lives. He was our family, and we're getting to know them." And yeah, so, but that is where I am at, everybody. And I will probably make a video explaining that to everyone who is, not here when I am ready. But, mhm.
Yeah, I didn't I didn't say anything other than you had stuff going on because I just didn't
Yeah,
feel that it was my place to.
I appreciate that. I
Mm.
appreciate. My sister, however, put up a Facebook post and tagged me in it, and then I was like, why are these people, you know, giving me condolences who I haven't told yet? And they're like, we saw the Facebook post, and I'm like, what Facebook post? And she's like, I'm like, Missy, what did you do? And she's like, oh, I didn't ask you if you were ready. And I'm like, oh, holy crap. And there were 199 comments on it. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Luckily, the people I know are, usually really, you know, gentle. And
when I wouldn't have responded to anyone personally. I just would have put a message in saying, I appreciate your condolences. I will get back to you when I am ready.
Yeah. Well, most of it, she just, put the care emoji and but I'm just like, wow. Wow. I mean, really, wow. That's my sister, though. I mean, that's my sister.
Yeah.
I understand. I got 6 of them. I didn't say
Oh,
anything
wow.
until it was like almost 2 months after my mom passed away. Because I felt like, I don't know, like if I put it on something, it was going to make it real,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But, you know, to me, it was like she's not suffering anymore. She's in a better place. And hopefully she doesn't see me doing bad things when I'm home, you know? Like, don't visit me right now at that time. Go back over there. Go see one of the other sisters.
Oh, he don't care. My sister was I mean, he was a single man living in an apartment, a single 74-year-old man. My sister jokingly, I was going to, straighten up his bedroom. She like, go find his porn stash. I walked into his bedroom and I start, I just picked one box at random. One shoe box. I opened it up. I'm like, found it. Found it. And she's like, no, you did not. I'm like, I did. I did.
That is so
Yeah, I did.
hilarious.
Mhm.
Well,
She's like,
humans are going to human.
I'm like, no, you. Mhm. We were laughing. And two of my 4 nieces were there at the time. They're like, oh, what did you find? I mean, they're 28 and 23, and they're like, what did you find? Or 28 and 21, and they're like, what'd you find? What'd you find? I'm like, that is your grandpa. They're like, I don't care. I'm not touching it.
It
No,
is.
but some of it was, yeah, it was Playboys from like 2010 and 2000, and they were still in the plastic they come shipped in.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I'm like, he was
They're
tired.
collectibles. That's what he
Yeah,
was doing.
yeah.
Saving them for you guys to sell them later
Right.
for a good amount of money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
Ay,
She
Dios
she
mío.
was so happy to see me. She did not like that I came home for one day and then disappeared again. She was whining, and then I came home again just yesterday, and she was like, "You're not disappearing." And then I went to an appointment today. She was like, "Oh God, you're leaving again. You're leaving again." I'm like, "I will be home today. I will be home." So now I am like, I am not leaving again. I'm not getting in that car for like a week. I swear to God, I don't care. So like when we go to sleep, she plasters herself against me. And then even if she moves, she's plastered so that in her sleep she knows I have not disappeared. Hi, Crystal. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm. I
Oh,
miss Crystal.
hello,
And
Miss.
isn't it funny though, like the things you start hearing about your parents or one of the parents when they pass, you're just like, I didn't know that about you until later on. We had a lot of that coming out of our family. I was just like, how come no one told me?
Well, I'm going to try and get some stories out of my aunt and uncle about when they were younger, because my grandma passed 2 years ago, and then the oldest aunt passed the next year, and now he has passed, and he was the next youngest or next oldest. And so, I would like to get some family stories before any more have passed. My grandma was 100. Well, her mother, when she passed, was 6 days shy of her 108th birthday.
Good.
Wow. I don't think I'll get
So,
that far, but sounds good though.
yeah,
It's a,
they all kept things close to their chest in that family, Crystal. So,
That was the older generations, though. They
mhm.
freely speak about things the way that we do.
the only thing I did do when my mom, because I'm saying it took her a week, um, I videotaped her voice, her laughing, just different things. I did get a video for all my siblings to give them, you know, for a minute that she passed. I still haven't give it to them yet because I'm like they were still whatever. But I even took pictures of her hands because I have two little ones that they didn't get to be with her that long before she passed. So I was just like, I need to get something so they can know what she sounds like. That's almost like having YouTube. You're doing it because you enjoy it, but you have something for your kids to go back to and be like, that was your crazy grandma right there. You know what I mean?
You're right.
So it's almost like it being nice to leave something behind. Oh, my eyes are itchy. For our kids to enjoy or cousins, nephews, whatever. You know?
I got the nurse to take a picture of us, my sister and myself and my dad in the hospital. It's not the best picture of him, but he doesn't look that bad or sickly. He was still doing well. And then they brought therapy dogs in, and I got a video of him with the therapy dogs. And
That's
he was
good.
really enjoying the therapy dogs, and they were enjoying him. So, but I kind of pulled uh what I'm calling my grandma, and I wasn't paying attention, and I sort of it was lowering and cutting off the top of his head a little in the video. She always cut off people's heads in her pictures. My
Mm-hmm.
grandma did. And she was short. And she said, "It's because I'm short." And I'm like, "No, grandma, you can always angle the camera. It's not because you're short. It's because you're not paying attention." Mhm. So, but,
I agree with her. It's because she's short.
mm, I wonder why you agree with her.
Hell, even Liz is taller than me.
I'm 5'7".
I'm
So
only 5'2". I don't cut people's heads off in pictures.
yeah.
I am barely 5'2". I don't cut anyone's head off, but yeah.
Well, so we're 7 sisters. There's 2 of us that are tall, and the rest of them, then like the smallest one is like 4 something. Because my dad is really tall, comes from a tall family. My mom comes from a short family, and we all got in between.
See, I used to go with vertically challenged until I decided fun sized sounds so much better.
I just call myself an Oompa Loompa.
So that's what I tell everybody. I am not short, I am fun sized.
Right.
I had to get some X-rays today, and she was taking them of both my neck and of my lumbar, the lower spine, and she had to get one of me bent for my lower spine. Hi, Kristen. And I'm like, okay, so I'm hypermobile. And she's like, well, how far can you bend over? I'm like, I can put my hands flat on the floor. Do you want me to do that? And she's like, yeah, go for it. And she's like, you comfy? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
No, I can't do that. I have long legs, short torso. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we're
But
not
so
touching the floor nowhere.
I was just hanging out with, my hands on the floor while she took my X-ray, and then she's like, "Hold your breath," and I'm like, "All right." And I was like, "This is actually a good stretch for my back." Oh, thank you, Wanda. Thank you. No, there are other short people who cannot do that, Wanda. So I call
I
myself a
can.
Gumby Oompa Loompa. I call myself a Gumby Oompa Loompa because I'm bendy like Gumby, but I'm round like an Oompa Loompa. Yeah, I do. I do tell I told the surgeon, and Oh, come on, Nessa. Maybe that's why he took the surgery off the table, and he just forgot to mention that. What are you? She's snoring, and she's not. I'm rubbing her ear, and she's snoring. She's just staring at me
She wants
because
to
I'm
make
rubbing
sure
her
you
ear.
don't go missing.
But she's like grunting happily. Oh, other ear. Okay, other ear now. But she's like, you don't get to put me on camera because you've been gone for too long, almost a week. No.
Yeah, she's gonna get mad at you for leaving her.
Yeah. I did come home and sleep that one night with her, and then I left again, and she was, oh God, she wasn't happy. She slept with Sarah, though.
It's not the same.
No, it's not. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be cortisone shots, so,
I tried those twice. The first time they helped the area they were injected into, but then the other rest of my back hurt really, really bad. I guess it's because it always hurts bad, but I don't feel it because the bottom of my back always hurts so bad. That's what I feel. So then when they injected it in the second time, it pretty much paralyzed me for 2 weeks.
oh God.
So
Thank
I
you.
didn't let them inject me ever again.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they don't numb you. I got one done in this arm because there's something wrong with it. So I don't know what it is, and I'm not gonna. And they did was spray this cold fluid on there, put the needle in. That hurt like heck. Threw some stuff in there that burned. Took it back just a little bit out, and then reshift it, push it back in. I was like, yeah. He's like, so you ready to get your knees done? No, I'm good. We ain't doing the knees.
I let you know, Nessa, because these people are scaring the crap out of me.
I mean, don't mean to scare you. Just everyone's experience is going to be different. One person's going to go in and it's going to work for them, and like they won't need the surgery because that stuff works for them. Other people are going to be like me that it doesn't do anything or it actually makes them worse. I mean,
Yeah.
with every
Well,
medication, everybody acts different with it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
yeah. PT just put me, the regular exercises and stuff just put me in more pain. And this was just for my neck where I have bone spurs pressing on my neck. And he showed me my neck and he said, it's supposed to be curving this way and yours goes the other way. And no, and bone spurs pressing on your spinal cord, so that can't be comfortable. And yeah, and
Right.
they did use a TENS unit on my neck, and it helped for maybe half an hour afterwards. So,
But it's like
yeah.
everybody, like some people are very sensitive to certain things. Like I could take a lot of pain, but when
Hmm.
it comes to needles, hell no. If they would have done it a different way, maybe I would have been okay with it. But everybody is different on sensitivity to just, I don't think I'm a sensible person. Like, no,
Yeah.
no.
Well, they just took X-rays today. Yeah,
Because I
but
believe if you get them in your spine, they do it under, I think it's like an X-ray machine. Or what do you call that? I don't even remember. They did it to me. It just made my back a lot more painful than helped. But they do it under an X-ray or whatever that's called, so they can see where they're putting the needle in. But yeah,
mhm, yeah. But ultrasound.
ultrasound.
Yeah. Oh, Dragon Cat says ultrasound. Yeah,
But
but
it's something like that because they were doing it. They weren't touching my skin with anything. They had this machine on top of and I don't know what they were doing, but it made my spine even worse.
yeah, Nessa, I'll make sure they X-ray where the shot goes. But no, I don't have EDS. My sister does, Mandy. Um, my younger sister does. But I'm actually allergic to prednisone. So I have to make sure that they use something other than prednisone. Because when they did the procedures in my neck, every single time they're like, and we're going to go in. And I'm like, and you're not using prednisone. And they're like, but that's what we use. I'm like, look on my freaking allergies. Look on my wrist tag. And they're like, oh. And I'm like, and it's right there in a big tag right there. I can see it from here on my chart. And they're like, oh, hey, do you know she's allergic to prednisone? I'm like, yeah, maybe read the person's chart before you're about to go put it in her.
Mm,
But I'm like, geez, I have to make sure with you people and I was just like, I really need to stop coming to this hospital. Really?
yes, if they're not getting your stuff right, yes, ma'am. I wouldn't.
But
I'd be
I
like,
mean,
no, thank you.
I should not be the one, having to check with you right before I go into the procedure. You should either know your patient by now, by the third procedure, or, you know, at least check the allergy list. ah. But yeah, I had like, I was losing hair. I gained 60 pounds. I had the rashes. It caused immense mood swings. It was insane. But I mean, I got the same hospital, different department. I got a colonoscopy, and no other like doctor's offices can find the colonoscopy in my charts. They're like, "Are you sure you got?" I'm like, "Oh, I think I remember a colonoscopy."
Yes.
And they're like, "Okay, hold on." And they search for 10 minutes, and then they're, "Oh, we found it." You don't, no, it should be right there.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy prior insurance, you guys. Because, no.
Oh no, I can go wherever I want. The only problem is they're the closest one to me, 45 minutes away. Or I'd have to go an hour and a half away. That's why I end up. Now, actually, I'm thinking I'm going to try calling my PCP because my PCP has pain management and they're only a half hour from me. I didn't know they had pain management, but they weren't answering the phone when the hospital where I was called them yesterday. But now that I know that, I'm gonna try calling them and scheduling with them, before I call these guys again. Now that I remember all the trouble I went through. Oh my God, Mandy, really?
I had 3 kids and never had one of those. I did all mine
Yeah,
natural with no drugs. I actually
my
was afraid of the drugs.
my sister had her first one natural at 17.
Yeah, I was 16.
Yeah, and I was like, why?
And
But
there was, oh my God, there was a woman down the hall while I was giving birth to my first baby, having her 5th baby, and screaming bloody murder. Like, calling her husband every dirty name in the book. And I mean, this woman sounded like she was about to die. Like, it was crazy. And like, of course, at 16 years old, that scared me shitless. I'm like, is it really going to hurt that bad? But I was like, nah, you give me no drugs. I don't want no shots. People have been doing this for centuries. I'm good. And I delivered him natural. I did that for all 3. But my biggest baby was 6 pounds, 9 ounces.
oh, that tiny baby.
My first
And
baby
I'm
was
sorry,
5
I haven't
pounds.
had babies, so I can't really say tiny baby. I haven't squeezed a baby out. I mean, I haven't known that pain, but
It's not fun.
And the first one was
oh,
5
I
pounds,
know.
10 ounces. Then I had
Oh,
6 pounds, 9 ounces. And then I had 5 pounds, 3 ounces.
okay, so you have had tiny babies.
Yeah, I had tiny babies. All 3 of my babies, even at 6'9", fit into preemie clothes. They all had to wear preemie clothes for like the first month.
Wow.
But like the first one, I was in a really bad car accident the day after I was due to give birth to him. I was rear-ended. I was in the passenger seat of like a little Dodge Omni, and a great big giant F-350 was doing about 35 miles an hour and didn't even touch his brakes till after he slammed into us. The entire back end of the car was shoved up to where the center of the car should have been. I crawled out the window, of course, holding my baby, screaming, "Oh my God, my baby." This man walks up to us and he looks at me because I didn't even see you there. So I went through
Love you.
5 days of walking back labor before I finally delivered him. That was a hell of a trip. Zoila's out there. She's like, shoo, I'm going for a walk. What's this baby got to do with anything?
I'm gonna go, you guys. I gotta go eat dinner.
Love you. Tell hubby
I
I said
love you guys. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, my cousin was 11 pounds, and my aunt was like a size 2, and he was 11 pounds something.
And my sister was 10'7". I was like a 6-pound baby. My youngest sister was like a 6 or 7-pound baby. The middle one was 10'7". My mom said the third one just flew on out. She didn't even have to push.
Yeah. I don't think any of my sister's kids were huge or anything. I don't think they were even, maybe an 8, but I think they were all normal 6 to 7-pound turkeys, 7-pound turkey breasts. Ah,
Right, late librarian, just going on into work instead of having this baby. Gotta get that paycheck.
but I was just talking to my sister about like the last one when we convinced her to get her tubes tied. She's like, don't you know I had to sign those papers 30 days before the delivery? I'm like, really? I thought we just convinced you while you were in there. I thought I bribed you with a chocolate chip cookie. She's like, no, I had to sign those papers 30 days before. I was like, dang, you just ruined my whole concept of, you hadn't eaten in 2 days, and I had homemade chocolate chip cookies, and I bribed you with them, and my story is down the tubes now,
I couldn't imagine bribing something. No more babies. Want a chocolate chip cookie? No more babies.
Yeah, because she wanted those homemade chocolate chip and and the doctor's like, you can't eat yet, and she's like sitting there. She was like, you try and take them from me, and they're like, you want your baby? She's like, I'm eating. And I'm like, I'll take the baby. Give me the baby. Give me the baby. Give me the baby. Where's the baby? Oh, there's the baby. There's the baby.
And Barb's just kept getting easier. Babies just kept going down in size.
There's the baby. This is my baby. My sister not having any more babies for me, so this is my baby.
Oh,
You were
goodness,
30 pounds?
You must have been preemie.
Yeah. Okay, baby. Yes. Mommy right here. Mommy not going anywhere.
That was another thing my body did weird. Like, most ladies, if they're early, they're early. If they're late, they're late. If they're on time, they're on time. I had a variety pack. I had one that was late, one that was on time, and one that was early.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Because my first one, he was 2 weeks overdue by the time I had him. He ended up shedding like 3 times, like his entire body peeled like 3 times before it was finally over because he was so dried out. And then the second one, we had to stop the labor quite a few times. And the third one, we stopped labor a few times. And then the last time, there was just no stopping it. She was coming. She's like, I'm going to get here before my big brother's birthday.
Yeah, I was a normal size baby, but apparently I had a due date, and then they moved it up like I had a due date in July, or no, I had a due date in July, and then they moved it, and I came like right around my due date, and it ended up being on my mom's birthday. And she went bowling that day.
Oh.
And the story goes, my dad was sitting in the, the seats with the suitcase, which, he's not sitting there with the suitcase. It would have been in the car or whatever. And
Right.
she's bowling, and she bowled her best game because, the belly gave her balance. And she wanted a lobster dinner for her birthday, but she got me instead. That was the story. I don't know what stake I put in the stories now that we're estranged and things go,
Right.
if the stories are made up, but I'll take the stories,
Right. Well, tell Miss Elaine we said goodnight, Liz.
Yeah.
Eileen, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't even see Liz. Hi, Liz. And good night, Eileen. Good night, Eileen. Do, 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 do.
Did you see, Mel? Look at that.
Oh, no, I didn't see. Those are gorgeous.
Started the single ply on this one last night and finished the single ply on it last night. I watched like 2 or 3 movies and was just spinning away, and then I chain plied it this morning. So I'm going to wash and thwack tonight and hopefully send it out in the next couple of days. And then I showed everybody some of the new yarn that I made, and I showed the yarn I made for Brandon, and I completely forgot that I left the last yarn that I was dyeing in the pan just sitting there for like days. So it's drying now because I was like, I swear I did 2 of them like kind of like I did Brandon's yarn, but I did the other one just a little bit different because like it was a dye mop and I couldn't remember where it was, and I happened to went over and looked in the pan and go, oh, well there you are.
Good night, Sally. Have a good night.
Night, Miss Sally. Well, we are gonna call it a night, guys, because I have to run somewhere after the live here, and I do want to talk to Miss Mel for just a few minutes before I have to run away. So I'm going to end this one a little bit early tonight. I appreciate you all coming in and spending some time with me, and appreciate you, Mel, for coming up and letting everyone know what's going on, and I'm very, very sorry for your loss, honey. I'm always here for you. But
yes.
Good night, everyone. And if I don't know if Mel will do her Wednesday or not, but maybe you can go and run some of her videos and stuff like that because we still are working on getting her those 4K watch hours. Until next time, I love you all.
Night, everyone.